She's a long way from home. Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead. Just when I think I've seen it all. Never the same, are they? Just when I think I've seen it all. Never the same, are they? Find anything interesting?
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight off a cliff? And if the driver's in a fit state, we should ask.
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of
You? I don't like. Keep out of this.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
It's a serious offense to withhold information from the police during a criminal investigation, madam.
I told you to call me June. You're making me feel like an old lady. And don't bother your handsome head about this. My husband will settle the score with Mark Bishop.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
I think you're lying, Mrs. McAfee. I think something happened to Jessica yesterday before the crash.
I'm offended, Sunshine. Do you have any proof?
Miss Hamilton's underwear were physically torn from her body.
She wanted to go to a casting. I took her to a casting. Whatever happened after that is between her and Mark Bishop.
We found a shrunken head. It was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
It's obviously some kind of movie prop. You must know where it came from.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am the talent. And the talent doesn't deal with props or sets or any of that kind of stuff. Why don't you ask Mark Bishop which prop house he uses?
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He is a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
I want to know what happened between you two that made him want to commit a double murder.
Bishop offered me a part in his picture. Then he withdrew it. Fact is, we had a deal. I pressed him on it, and this is where I end up.
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm going to be okay. These guys can take me home after. My lawyer and I have talked to the news house.
Mrs. McAfee, you are still under the influence of narcotics, and you're likely to go into shock once the drugs wear off.
And I thought you were a heel. It's nice of you to be concerned.
I think we're good here. Let's go see what we can shake out of the kid.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
KGPL to car 11K, 11 King. The car crash victim has regained consciousness and sent to receiving hospital.
Hello, Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room right behind you, Detective.
You can't hold me here.
Hello, Doctor. I'm Detective Phelps. You're attending to the young lady from the auto accident?
Yes. She's conscious now, but I doubt she'll remember much. She's still feeling some of the after effects.
Jessica was drugged?
She certainly was. Chloral hydrate would be my guess, and there's clear evidence of abuse. She's still a minor, Detective.
Someone planned a double murder to cover up a statutory rape? Swap 7 years for life and gets Guy McAfee on their case? Doesn't make much sense to me.
I guess it depends on what they had to lose. Feeling better since this morning, Jessica?
A little. My head still feels swimmy.
Hello, Jessica. My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
Tell the truth, Jessica. Why the big cover-up?
I'm not lying to you.
We found your underwear in your handbag, Jessica. You need to tell us what happened.
The doctor told me what happened. I didn't want that. I just wanted to be a star, to be in movies. I told Junie what happened, and she told me to toughen up. That was the price of stardom.
Did she now, cold-hearted bitch?
It's not Junie's fault. It's not my first time. I had a boyfriend back home, but my father found out about him.
Even if you consented, Jessica, you're still underage. We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June. They trust her to take care of me.
You're lying, Jessica. How are we going to make this right if you lie to us?
Please, Detective, why would I lie to you?
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here. Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
What's the story with Bishop and Mrs. McAfee? Why does he want the two of you dead?
That can't be true. Mr. Bishop seemed very happy today. I mean, yesterday.
And that's why he wedged a shrunken head against the accelerator pedal and punted the two of you over an escarpment?
I overheard Junie speaking to him on the phone a couple of times. Screaming, really. She can be very hard sometimes, Junie. But they seemed okay yesterday, like they worked it out.
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Jessica, I really need you to help me here.
I remember the mermaid.
Was the mermaid in the movie too?
No, it was on the front of a building. We pulled up in front of the mermaid.
Thank you, Jessica. You've been a big help. Here's my card. If you think of anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Okay.
I think it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
It's the tale of this town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release.
I don't... Like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her. There she goes. Come on.
Ballard is definitely up to something. She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery. Why are you putting the siren on? Get in there and see what she's up to.
Waitresses. Everyone's a doll.
Baby? No! I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it! You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls! I'm gonna be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803. Sure, I got the film.
She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh, shit. You better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McCaffrey's wife in the first place. Or he'd done the job properly. McCaffrey will break a fella's legs just for looking at his broad the wrong way.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story? I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
ATC 10. Any unit in the vicinity, see the man at 211 just occurred. 3rd Neal Street. Stand by for further. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park, 11K code 3. All other units code 2. KGPL clear.
Gun it! Let's get to the apartment before someone gets hurt.
Can we try to get there in one piece?
You the cops? I tried to stop them. It's room 803, left out of the elevator.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses. Give it up, LAPD!
And your children.
Are you injured, Mrs. Bishop?
I'm all right now. Those horrible, awful men.
Perhaps you should sit down, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Forgive me, officers. I'm very flushed. I'll just sit down for a moment.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am. Take a moment while we look around.
Yes, thank you. Just look at this mess.
Presented to Mark.
Don't think this is anything. Nope. Circumstantial.
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
Doesn't give me anything to go on. I don't think so. Doesn't look like anything. I don't think this is going to help us. Optimistic, Cole.
Great Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica. Looks like the old movie set downtown.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
doesn't appear to be connected.
Probably nothing. Not everything here is going to be relevant. It would take a smarter man than me to connect that. There's the set. Hollywood's own little piece of Babylon. Incidental.
Looks like we found our mermaid. Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Those men, I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Either we find him or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop. If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him, but I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
You're lying, Mrs. Bishop. It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, Detective?
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Jessica remembered a mermaid. The mermaid on the front of the prop store. You better come clean with me.
This is a sick town, Detective. Are you sure you really want to know? The truth is, my husband likes them young.
And you think that's okay?
I was 16 when I first met him. I thought he was a genius, a magician with film. I was 20 before I realized he was just a B-movie hack. But he's nothing compared to some of the monsters at these big studios. My guess is Ballard sacrificed her little friend. Happens to a lot of girls.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, Detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thanks.
An aging movie star, a wannabe starlet. wife. They'll finally rubbing shoulders with the almost rich and famous.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly none of them can act. You can drive.
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and McAfee.
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD. We're investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ. I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way. Keep him here, Stefan. I'm going to take a look around.
What's this got to do with me?
Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people? Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Humor him.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
Huh. Well, well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
Not much help. I doubt it.
It can't be that way, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Listen, I have to call you back. I got some business here.
Sit down, Courtney. This is Mickey. Mickey, this is Courtney Sheldon. What would you like to drink?
Scotch. Straight up.
I hear you're back at school learning to be a doctor, kid.
Yes. That's right, Mr.
So
Cohen.
you want to be a doctor and a dope peddler. Interesting combination, huh?
Do we have a problem, Mr. Cohen?
We might have, yeah. Selling your dope to my boy Lenny looked like a good move, but Lenny has been supplying, wholesale, so to speak. The Bindle boys in this town aren't used to the juice without a little of the middleman taking his cut.
Lenny promised that wouldn't happen, Mr. Cohen. And Lenny works for you.
What can I say about Lenny? Let me think. Oh yeah, he's a putz. And he's lazy, and he's greedy, but he's my wife's brother. How can you make a cake with those ingredients, huh? Please.
So how is that my problem, Mr. Cohen?
Well, kid, the only way we're going to be able to make this work is to do some repackaging. We need to get the dope out of those dinky little cardboard boxes and...
Surrettes.
Yeah, Surrettes. Great. We can put it into a big vat so we can water it down a little bit.
I won't bore you with the chemistry, but it doesn't work that way. You're likely to kill even more people.
Okay, listen. We want to buy you out, kid. I'll offer you 50 grand. Hey. Hey! You don't like my offer? The Sheldon kid? I think I want him dead.
So this is where you sprang from.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test? I wonder if they saw this, how many budding starlets would still get on the bus to come to Hollywood. You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop is doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
I know you're lying, Hopgood. Bishop was here, and you know exactly what he was doing and what he left lying around afterwards.
You come in here without a warrant, and now you start throwing your weight around?
A 15-year-old girl told me how she was drugged and molested at a casting house. I found the chloral hydrate in your drinks cabinet. You give me something or I will break your fucking jaw, Hopgood.
Bishop was here with June Ballard and the girl. A lot of producers and directors use this place. I'm not responsible for what goes on here.
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
You're delivering props to Jungle Drums on 8th Street?
Bishop is using that old rundown wreck of a set. That place is dangerous. But it might be a good spot to hide.
What's the deal with you and June Ballard?
Look, buddy, I make props. I hardly ever meet the talent unless it's something tailor-made for them, like a sword or something.
You and Ballard are blackmailing Bishop. That's why he cracked.
You got nothing on me. My hands are clean on this.
Enough! I've been in your peep room, Hopgood. I've seen your smut pictures and the camera setup. You made a movie of Jessica. I found the canister.
The deal is I get to sell the movies to burlesque houses and private collectors. These movie guys love seeing their cocks on screen. But part of the arrangement is I never film their faces. June had me film Bishop, and then she kept the movie for insurance. He went apeshit when he realized his face was front and center.
Who has the film now?
Who else? McAfee.
Ballard had what she wanted. Where does the money come into it?
What money?
Enough of the lies.
I told you I get my cut selling dirty movies. You could hump a few props or sweep the floors if you got nothing better to do.
Your ex was getting 20 large from Bishop.
If I wanted to skim 20 from Bishop, we'd do it through the movie budget. June said she'd sell him the film once the movie had wrapped, but Guy wanted cash. He's in a cash-only business. You think I had a choice in this?
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
Phelps!
Roy Earl, advice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlon?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer before an angry husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, Detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you.
Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg. You work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk to.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part. Happens every day. But Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen. Stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, asshole? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are.
I don't think they like your little pep talk, Bukowski.
Oh, shit! Get us out of here! I need to be closer, Cole! They really don't want anybody getting to Bishop before they do. I'll try for the tires. Keep your foot down. We need to lose those fools, Phelps. I'm a little exposed here, Phelps. Make a move! We're sitting ducks here!
Any Century unit of 415 possible.
They really don't want anybody getting to Bishop before they do.
Ha! Let's see him chase us now. Onto the movie set, Phelps. Let's roll.
Oh, Christ. And they say working traffic is like watching paint dry.
You know how to piss people off, Bukowski.
Hey, if they're prepared to gun down cops in broad daylight, McAfee really means business.
Seems like we're the only ones who want Bishop alive.
I have a good mind just to let him go work on the son of a bitch. I'm about done putting my life on the line to protect some child molester.
That's our job, unfortunately. They don't get to dole out the justice.
There's the slippery bastard now.
No. God damn it!
Mark Bishop! Stop! LAPD!
Get him, Phelps. I'll cover the exit.
11K calling KGPL, requesting assistance at 8th and Francisco, the abandoned movie set. My partner is pursuing suspect...
We're trying to help you, Bishop!
Code 3, KGPL.
This is all a big mistake!
It's us or McAfee's boys. Your choice.
I didn't do anything!
Bishop, that's enough.
Get the hell out of here, you goddamn maniac! That girl made it all up!
Don't make this any harder on yourself, Bishop.
Shoot now! You're failing me!
Bishop. Move another inch and you're dead. Mark Bishop, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of June Ballard and the rape and attempted murder of Jessica Hamilton.
All right, I'll come quietly. Just don't kill me. If you found me, then McAfee's goons will too. Oh, we need to get out of here.
All right, but you stay close. Any tricks, and I'll save McAfee's boys the trouble.
Follow me. I know another way out of this place. Christ, detectives are trying to kill me!
Last chance to back the hell down!
It's this way.
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me?
Kill them, for God's sake! I don't want to die!
God, they're everywhere. LAPD, you're making a big mistake. There's no way out of here. I thought you said you knew where you were going.
We have to jump for it.
Is this really the best McAfee's got?
You have to get me out of here. This is insanity. Come on, it's this way.
This is worse than...
For the love of God, how many are there? I don't want to die here. This is all Ballard's fault.
Weapons on the ground, now! Empty. It will have to be the 45.
There's an army of them.
We're done now, motherfucker!
The statue there. There's a ladder leading to the ground. I should have known that bitch was trouble.
Get him over here! I'll cover you! Come on! The cavalry's here!
This way!
Get him over here! I'll cover you! Come on! The cavalry's here!
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me?
Those barrels at the base of the elephant column. They're full of gasoline. Shoot them! Quickly!
LAPD, you're making a big mistake. How long do you think you can...
need to get him to the car.
Is this really the best McAfee's got?
God, they're everywhere.
Stay in cover.
You have to get me out of here. You're gonna get yourself killed.
Find some cover.
This is insanity.
Get him to the car. I can cover you from here. You're almost there.
For the love of God, how many are there?
Stay in cover.
I don't want to die here. This is all Ballard's fault.
Now, this is what I call a result. Mark Bishop, erstwhile film producer and all-around piece of shit, catches a fast ticket to Quentin for statch rape and attempted murder. So he gets to spend the next 15 years playing sissy instead of sticking it to little girls. That is justice with a capital J, Detective Phelps. You've developed such a reputation, I'm not going to be able to hold on to you any longer. You're getting promoted. Go on, get your new assignment. It was good working with you, son.
Phelps, Bukowski, this your work?
Can I help you, Detective?
Sorry, Cap. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, I'll bet you did. This is a traffic case. You need something?
I'm here to buy a drink for the 2 LAPD traffic cops who broke the back of Guy McAfee's private army. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Captain?
Go right ahead.
Get in. I'm buying. You'll like this place. A lot of movie people hang out here. You like jazz, Cole? The hopheads love it.
Sure, I guess.
Big bands and swing, I can understand, but this bebop palaver? How are you supposed to dance to that? This is Phelps, Leroy. Be nice to him. You'll like this place. They treat you right.
You like a table, Roy?
What do you think we want to do? Stand at the bar like
I'll
chumps?
get a table ready for you.
Don't look so happy to see me, Alphonse. I might get the wrong impression. Cole, this is Alphonse. He's a French Negro from Africa. Can you beat that?
The Congo.
A pleasure to meet you, Alphonse. Is Elsa singing tonight?
Yes, she is. She has the next set.
Come on, Cole. You can meet Elsa while they're fixing us a table. You'll like her. She's something else.
Maybe another night, Roy. She's pretty beat up about it.
Get your hands off me. Don't ever tell me what to do or what not to do, Alphonse. You got a nice club here. Don't spoil it.
If you will follow me, detectives. Just through the door.
He was my only real friend, Harlan. We went through it all. Do you realize what he meant to me?
Of course I do.
You have no idea. You said it was construction work.
It was an industrial accident, Elsa. How can I be held responsible?
Elsa, are you going on?
Louis, for God's sake, he was my best friend. The only man who ever loved me without putting his hands on me.
Hi, Elsa. Here's someone I'd like you to meet. Cole Phelps, war hero and crime fighter extraordinaire.
And why would I want to meet another fascist from the LAPD?
Sorry about this, Cole. What an evening I'm having. First a Negro puts his hands on me, and then this. Who do you think you're talking to, you German junkie whore? Don't you ever forget your place with me again. Do you hear me? Evening, Doc. How's business?
Sanguine. Louis, help me here. I'm gonna have to give her something before her performance.
Blow it off, Cole. These artsy-fartsy types always get a little flighty. Meet Dr. Harlan Fontaine, doctor to the stars. Mr. Fix-It to the mental wreckage of Hollywood. So what about that drink, boys?
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Clyde Rose. The homicide squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
They don't talk about other people.
You're behind the wheel. What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
The Dahlia. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Get used to it, Phelps. Move it along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Trollman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, Detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with. Cause of death?
It could be the head injuries. She has been badly stalked. The cut
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Interesting. What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD. Black Dahlia? Tex? Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game. Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter? Nothing significant. Not sure this means much. Junk. What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab. Another day, another dollar.
The victim's bag? Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Can we get to the Bomba? A man could die of thirst in a case like this.
Find anything interesting?
Can you drive to this one? The werewolf?
For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. They've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, Hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us a note and a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stum. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
Hello, my friend.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves you most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Throughout the winter, and it's absolutely inadequate. The winter is going to be horrible. Today, what we hope, at least, is that everything is going to be done to improve the conditions in the camp, make it livable for this winter.
När vår sändning fortsätter. Man ska inte behöva vänja sig vid att få äckliga bilder skickade till sig i mobilen. Polisen vill att fler anmäler de som skickar dickpics. På Skandinaviens största flygplats landar och lyfter inte speciellt många plan numera. Det drabbar många svenskar som sköter servicen strax tillbaka.
Ibland så vill jag skapa något som ingen annan ska bedöma eller påverka. När händerna får jobba och huvudet vila. Hitta din självkänsla hos Bauhaus. Knutbyflickan, bara på Storytel.
Jag var ett barn i Knutbysekten. Det här är min berättelse om livet i Kristi bruds innersta krets. Och hur min trygga punkt förvandlades till totalt mörker.
Lyssna på Knutbyflickan.
Hallå?
Bara på Storytel.
Tjenare! Hur är det med dig då? Ja, det låter bra det.
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
Ja, jag lånar dig. Va?
I think he's a bit of a gangster. He treats me nice.
You going to pay for that?
Jag ska förhöra en person.
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Christ.
Vad gör du?
I know her. She and I and
Adam.
Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine is...
Ja.
Was a lovely woman.
Jaha. Streamar du? Okej. Som jag gör just nu. Jag sänder det i YouTube. Ja. Det märker jag inte. Fan vad roligt det låter när jag pratar. Jag hör ju min röst.
If you're waiting for a free drink, it ain't coming.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
Oh.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly.
Oh.
A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
Ja, så. Det säger du.
You know him?
No.
Ja, men det
been in
låter
a couple of
konstigt när jag hör egen
They live
röst genom
Yes.
egen lur.
At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
Och du hör hela tiden. Ja, det borde du göra.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you.
Ja. Vad var det spel du spelade? Vet du inte vad du spelar? Nej, men du alltså. Jaha, okej. Du håller på det då. Ja, ja. Nu ska jag förhöra personen här. Igen. Så.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side.
Adam, hur gammal var du?
Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure.
20. Ja, jag vet. Jag har frågat förut en gång.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before.
Ja, du vet hur gammal jag är. Nej, men sluta. Jag är inte en situation ens.
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're gonna
tack ändå.
Okay.
Jag är
I bought
yngre.
it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. As I always have. But old man never knew about it.
Lite äldre. Ja, lägger du ett punkt till då, bara så. Då är jag det. Ja. Jag älskar spela ibland vissa spel. Nej, det är bara så. Jag vet inte, men jag känner mig så pass gry så jag kan spela. Och det är så.
You know the husband?
Det är inte ålder.
Sure, I know
Jag har träffat en
He was
som
in
var
the Corps. He
54
met Celine
som
on a
spelar
furlough and married her when the war was
GTA. Det är de med.
Put up with a load of shit.
Jag är inte enda som är över 50 som spelar sånt.
No, not in my opinion.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude,
Kolla
will
på
ya?
min video om du inte gör något annat så kolla på min
I
video.
rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up like usual.
Jaha, du kollar på annat du.
He refused. She picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back
Jag
around
vågar inte ens
11:30.
kolla på min video va.
Got no answer.
På YouTube. Den är live.
Thanks,
Den är
Mr. Cole.
live.
You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Ave.
Ja. Du behöver inte skriva någonting men bara du tittar snabbt ja. Ja, men det är bra. Det går undan. Nej, men det tar ju lite tid ändå.
Hey, what's the
Det
hurry?
är sant.
My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Ja.
Operator, give me
Jo, det är
dispatch.
sant. För jag...
Phelps, 1247.
Ja. Jo, det är klart.
I need a registered owner
Det kan
on a
jag
license
förstå
plate,
det.
2boy8899.
Du vet det...
I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks for your
Fy
help.
fan. Ja. Du vet när jag laddade med en spel en gång. Det tog evighet. Och sen älskar jag inte spelet. Det är såna jävla grickspel. Det senaste spelet på PS4. Fan vad jag hatar det spelet när jag laddar i onödan. Nu har jag inladdat det där. Fy fan vad jag är trött på det här spelet. Det är mycket krig alltså. Jag gillar inte mycket krig så. Jag gillar ju krig så. På det sättet men vid datorn gillar jag mycket krig. Jag har ju ett spel som jag älskar jävligt skarpt. Och då är det ju man skjuter då som fan. Och sen smyger man fram och sådär. Det gillar jag. Men det här spelet som jag laddar, nej. Det går inte att smyga på den jäveln längre. Så det är därför jag är så jävla trött på det. Ja, och den kostar det här jävla spelet över 600 spänn. Ja, jag fattar inte. Jag köpte den här. Men du köper den av mig, eller? Ja? Jag ska visa det. Jag ska inte visa mig. Jag ska tala om för det spelet alltså. Jag vet att jag har spelet här. Där ja, det har vi den. Kalle Rasti, har du det spelet? Ja, det såg ju Kalle Rasti eller vad det såg det. Ja, skitfan, moden, morfar. Gillar du? Nej, det är Karl Datti. Karl Datti. Och det är det senaste spelet. Och den hatar jag. Jag har hört att den är jävligt lång det här spelet.
You know the way. You can drive.
You find the booze helps you get
Jag låter partnern köra. Jag tänker inte köra.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient.
Ja, vad har du annars
As
gjort?
long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it
Jobbat eller?
slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to
Okay.
do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politics.
Okay.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy.
Ja.
Och det betyder att man måste vara beredd att både omfördela resurser men framförallt skapa förutsättningar.
Nej. Ja, det förstår jag.
The tax system, that means that municipalities
Ja. Kommer du ihåg sist när vi pratade en gång? Ja, jag frågade ju dig, kan du finska? Nej, det kunde du inte. Ja, just det. Jag minns det när du sa det. Jag tänkte att du har finsk efternamn, ja. Heikkinen. Det var därför jag blev lite Adam Heikkinen. Eller du får lära lite finska. Du är ung, du är ung. Du hinner lära dig finska mycket. Så kan du prata med mig finska sen. När du har lärt dig rejält bra. Sluta nu. Alltså. Ja. Ja, det är fint. Men lär dig lite finska. Så det är bra att finna sig om du ska åka någon gång till Finland. Så slipper du den svenskan. Så om du åker mitt i Finland någon gång så då är det bara finska som gäller. Du är ju ung, du hinner lära dig på finska. Du kan ju redan svärord och sånt, men nu får du lära lite vanliga ord också. Jaha. Ja. Var någonstans bor du i Sverige? Ja, Sörmland. Okej. Jag bor i Älvsborg. Ja, det heter stället så att Älvsborg alltså. Ja, det heter Trollhättan vad jag bor i. Ja. Har du varit där någon gång? Ja. Ja, Göteborg är inte långt från till Trollhättan. Mm. Ja. Jag har en dotter som bor i Stockholm. Ja, som är 33 snart. Ja, en gammal kvinna. Det är lite flicka för mig. Ja, men för dig är den för gammal. Okej. Nej, är det sant eller? Mhm. Du har väl flickvän va? Ja, ja. Du har väl flickvän va? Nej, varför blir du så där så? Ja, okej. Ja, du gillar inte det va? Nej, det är ju sant ja. För jag vet att jag har haft många i mina år. Så fastnade jag på en och så blev hon med barn och... Sen, jag har aldrig varit gift själv men förlovad har jag varit. Men du är ung, du hittar en där rätte någon gång. Det lovar jag. Ja, just det. Nej, det är det jag menar. Du måste hitta den rätte. Ja. Bor du hemma eller? Ja.
Och så fick vi se ett drömmål av Olivia Skog.
Ja. Ja, okej. Men nu bor du hemma fortfarande.
Island kändes snäppet bättre den första kvarten.
Mm.
Bortalaget hade ett bra...
Vad säger dina föräldrar?
Falk i det svenska målet räddade. Efter det växte det svenska laget in i matchen och till slut kom...
Ja, okej. Ja, okej.
Det isländska försvaret blev Sofia Jakobsson helt fri i straffområdet och Real Madrid...
Okej. Ja, ja, men bo så länge du kan. Sen om du hittar den rätt så... Då är det okej.
Det isländska laget hade stundtals svårt att hänga med när Sverige fick upp farten. Och det låg ett 2-0-mål i luften.
Eskilstuna, han är nära Stockholm där. Närmare än vad jag bor ifrån. Ja, ja, men det är så. Men du är ung, du lär dig finska också lite småningom. Eller? Ja, det kan du. Du är lättlärd nu, du är bara 20 år. Du hinner lära dig massor. Efter 10 år så pratar du flytande. Jag lovar dig. Du har den talangen tror jag. Ja, jag tror det. Du har den. Ja, vilket land hejar du på? Toppen. Jag håller med också Finland. Om det är hockey. Men det är väl jag också svensk så sätt för jag är svensk medborgare. Eller? Ja, jag är finsk medborgare också. Jag har dubbelmedskapet. Så det är klart man hejar på Finland om man är eget land och så. Om du gillar Finland så det är klart du hejar. Ja. Det är ju så. Ja, ja. Jag ska fortsätta lite spela på mitt.
Bet he's sure to be alive.
Hur länge jag kommer, hur långt jag kommer nu idag.
Our
Det vet jag
ancestors
inte.
wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes.
Oh,
I only
no.
suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. Worse than I could ever have imagined.
Jag älskar att spela Ellon och Ray. Jag vet inte. Ja, men jag har testat de spelen. De är svåra, men jag gillar dem alltså, men de är svåra. De ska inte vara svåra för mig. Nu kan de knacka på en dörr.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
Hur går det med laddningen eller vilken du håller på? Ja, det är snart klart. Och vet du, du spelas in nu samtidigt när du pratar med mig. Ja. Jag spelar ju in min kände i YouTube. Ja. Vad håller du på hockeyn i SHL då?
Fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
SHL, hockey.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
Vad håller du med på då?
I heard them screaming.
Ja, det är Brynäs, Lidköping, Karlsson, vad är det Färjestad? Jag är Lidköping,
Deaths were
HV71.
unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before.
Nej, det är hockey. Alltså, i Sverige bara. Nej, du kollar inte mycket hockey. Nej. Ja, ja.
Seems irrelevant.
Ja.
Maybe. No.
Advice?
Nobody home. Don't be shy, Phelps. If you want something on this broad, we're gonna have to search the place.
Size 9s. Above average for a lady.
Framförallt så tycker jag det är väldigt starkt att vi går härifrån med 3 poäng. Jag tycker vi gör en rätt gedigen insats. Det var en tuff match, en jämn match med mycket känsla.
Gjorde du det? Ja. No, vad spelar jag?
Used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
Think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Ja, Ellon Ray heter det.
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems.
Ja, nu ser jag att du är inne. och titta.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband. But Jacob could give us something to go.
Då är fint att du tittar lite.
One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I get nasty when I'm thirsty.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan. Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
I'm no busybody, you understand, but...
Men det är polis.
And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given
Det
her
är
a black
bara
eye.
polisgrejer.
He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No.
Men jag
Celine
gillar att
was
spela
listening to
med
music and
lite
shouting until she left
polisgrejer.
around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about,
Ja,
officer? Is
jag är
Celine all
vanlig
right?
polis, civil.
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Nej, om du kollar på Norray, L.A.Norray. Norray. Då hittar du den här spelet. Det går laddar också in om det så. Jag har spelat i 2,5 timmar nu.
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, if the broad keeps the house looking like that, she probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in. We'll keep the hats off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave.
Nej, jag hittar inte mitt i bil. Nej, Batman. Nej, men om du kollar på Taisto Hannonen. Taisto Hannonen heter jag om du hittar genom till YouTube. Ja. Ja, men jag är finländare. Jaha, är det så roligt?
Open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Vissa har ju kollat på det, mina gamla videor. Det där. Jag har ju några stycken.
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. Follow my lead. You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh,
for
my
RKO,
God.
pal. You got bigger problems.
Jag hatar min
What the hell are
partner.
you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat,
Ja,
Mr.
det är
Henry.
min partner.
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Gröna kostymen.
Jesus.
Randiga.
I'm sorry.
Jag är den svarta kostymen.
get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk.
This isn't what we're looking for.
No good to me.
You think the atmosphere's thick in here? Wait till you try to gas.
Sen så har vi en del skurar som kommer att beröras under resten av onsdagsdygnet och även in på torsdag då den här instabila massan ligger kvar över oss. Lufttemperaturerna ligger kvar på omkring 10 plus som vinden avtagit en aning.
Size 11s.
På fredag så kommer ett högtryck att etablera sig in över oss. Det blir en hel del dis och dimma som får svårt att lätta fram till våran. Ja, det är mycket lågtrycksaktivitet över norra halvklotet just nu. Vi har flertalet tropiska cykloner som är aktiva. Och ett av dem det är orkanen Zeta som just nu laddar ut över den mexikanska golfen som kategori 1-orkan kommer under torsdags...
The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady.
Mississippi. På andra sidan jordklotet så har vi en tyfon som heter Monave. Och den här kommer nu under natten faktiskt att dra in mot mellersta Vietnam. Så fort den har dragit in mot fastlandet här så kommer det tappa sin tyfonstatus. Men det kommer fortsatt vara ganska kraftiga vindar på flera platser så är det ju redan översvämmat.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
We know she went to the Bomba Club.
The bartender there, he calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it.
Rekordade. Adam. Och du tittar på mig. Så du lär dig någonting.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
Vad tror du? Jag säger god karp.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later.
Jag har fått en rätt nu, jag kommer ihåg.
Right around 9.
Jo, det var det.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Nej, det skulle du ingen göra.
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
Han är
We're still gonna need
oskyldig.
you to
Han
come
är
downtown,
inte
Mr.
mördaren.
We can get this
Han
all
kommer
down on
klappa
paper,
till
Jacob.
min
How you
partner.
got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her was...
Han är så jävlig.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're going to tell me you loved her? The DA
Han är
goes
så
all
jävlig,
gooey
han
over
är min
remorse
partner. Så jag måste lägga... Oj, okej.
What's this bunkin'?
Vad fan gör jag?
Call it in and get a squad
Så gör
car
man.
dispatched. And check for messages.
Nej, han är oskyldig. Han är inte skyldig. Jag lovar dig. Jag ska ringa. Vad fan är telefonen? Här var det.
Operator, give me
Men
our...
jag åker in ändå. Men han är oskyldig. Han är inte den personen jag letar.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt...
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and
Fick du
shock,
in den eller?
fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Ja, jag hörde
Anything
någon
else?
blingande.
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch.
Ja, telefonen tyckte jag hörde.
Thanks, Doctor. Operator, give me
Mobilen.
R&I.
Då var det
Any
mobilen.
word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Jag tyckte jag hörde det någonstans.
Brown 1936
Eller
Pontiac.
tryckte du på något
Registered
ställe?
owner is one Alonzo Mendez,
Jaha,
402 South Fremont
okej.
Street, apartment 16.
Thanks.
Ja,
Any other
ja.
messages?
Ja, ja.
One
Nej,
detective.
jag har ingen med det att göra,
Captain
men
Donnelly.
jag bara frågar.
He
Jag
wants
tyckte
any
jag
all
hörde
suspects returned
någonting
to
bara.
Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Blingande
we're coming
precis
in.
på en mobil eller någonting. Glassbilen. Vilken glassbil?
Can you drive to this one?
Nej, jag tänkte läsa honom köra istället. Han får jobba lite.
Brother said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're going to get.
Vet du att på PS3 har jag varvat Eleanor Ray 13-14 gånger. Varvat alltså. Men då hade jag inte de andra banorna som jag har på PS4. Då har jag några banor extra som inte jag har haft. Jag har märkt det när jag är på PS3. Fan, de banorna vill jag gärna testa. Och nu på PS4 har jag, det är 4 gånger jag ska börja varva. Så
Mendez, apartment 16.
då blir det vant för mig. Vilken ordning var det? Jag får kolla här. Ja, fjärde.
Here, the apartment's up on the top floor.
Ja. Det var det. Nu springer vi upp. hela vägen upp. En gång till, tror jag. Ja, det är rätt.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in.
Jaha, okej.
Take a look around and see what you can find.
Ja.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Äggkartong.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Ja, det var inte mycket att säga. Nej då. Socker eller te. Tomatpåsarna? Ja, jag vet inte fan. Golden. Någon.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Well,
no good to me. Carruthers could match the color and brand of the body.
Mm-hmm. Ja, jag har hittat misstänkte. Tror du det? Jag som är polis, jag kan inte misstänka mig. Nej, men jag bor inte i den här lägenheten så jag tror jag hittar misstänkte.
Have the murder weapon. Better get
Nu
peeking.
kommer han också.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think
Då
these
får jag
clowns are
springa efter
geniuses?
honom.
Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Don would begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD,
Där är
you're under arrest.
misstänkte.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there! You don't need to do this, Alonzo!
Nej, men sluta.
Get in and drive. Hit it! Clean this asshole off the road.
Ja.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. I'll try to shoot out his tire. Wish me luck.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry. Put your hands where I can see them.
Mm. Det beror på vem. Åkte han i bänken. Det kan du sitta ett tag.
Ain't saying a goddamn thing.
Ja, han säger ingenting till han. Ja. Har du kollat mina hockeyspel?
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself from your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a
Alltså mitt eget lag jag bildat.
Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a reporter
Ja, det finns i YouTube om man kollar. Om du kollar på Taisto Annonen så hittar du det direkt.
The people and the press of this city demand it.
Hannonen. Du kan inte missa om du skriver det. Nej. Nej, det är jag inte. Jag är nog på rätt håll om man är så. Ingen kriminell är jag inte. Jag har aldrig varit kriminell. Jag har aldrig varit i mitt liv. Vad gillar du låten? Det är så väl. Spelar du hockey eller? Du kollar väl inte på mina kanaler när jag spelar? Du kollar inte mina matcher va? Ja, vad gillar du det? Vad tycker du jag spelar? Ja, jag tänkte om du spelar som en tönt, jag tänkte vad du ska säga. Men jag spelar väl bra annars va? Eller? Ja, jag är expert på hockey. Ja. NHL 20. Det är mitt namn som står det. Det är 58 och när du kollar så är det jag. Om du kollar på den hockeyn. Nej, vad är det för något? Men jag heter Taisto Hannonen. Jag har en som står på ryggen för 58 och det är Hannonen står i ryggen också. Jag brukar spela NHL också på det borta. Då är jag med, men ibland är jag med, ibland inte. Vad fan, vad det låter så när du kollar på hockey i alla fall. Det hör jag härifrån. Det är några videor jag har gjort i så sätt. Men kolla inte på sådana videor som är och filmat mig själv och pratat. Gör inte det. Du kommer att tänka vad fan det är för gubbe. Förlåt när jag säger så. Jag menar så här. Bry dig inte om det den gubben då. Om du ser. Det är mindre än 2 minuter jag håller på med. Prata med själv. Jag ser ju att jag pratar med en viss person. Viss person pratar jag med. Så säger jag någonting på finska och ibland sådär. Va? Det finns ju några snuttar på det, samma snuttar alltså. Som jag... Alltså jag fattar inte hur det har blivit 2 stycken sådana samma likadana. Det är samma, exakt likadana. Ja, nu hör jag inga hockey längre. Nej, jag hör inga som tjattrar i bakgrunden att det är hockey någonstans. Nej, men börja kolla på alla mina hockeymatcher. Det finns olika matcher och ibland är det Lund och Rej och... Men de bästa som jag spelar.
Galloway.
Det här blir ingen lätt match.
Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it.
Kollar du på datorn eller?
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence.
Vad kollar du på? PS4. Ja. Du kollar igenom det, vart jag spelar och så. Och det kan man hitta allt på YouTube. Vad jag spelar.
I'm just praying the prince comes through so I can nail the son of a bitch.
Aha.
You can drive.
Ja. Kollar du live nu eller? Vad kollar du på nu? Nej, jag spelar ja. Jag väntar gubben och han ska köra. Han är så seg den gubben. Jag hatar den gubben. Partnern alltså. Han syns inte ens till. Ser du inte det? Jag sitter i framsätet och väntar på att han ska köra. Han har säkert fastnat någonstans. Jag får gå ut igen och kolla.
Dishwater, but I'm not with him for the conversation.
Men vad fan tog han med? Idioten.
Vice boys get any on the side.
Här är han fan inte. Det är nog trapporna. Det! Men vad fan? Flytta på er gubbjävel. Och så. Nu kommer jag. Nu trycker jag igen.
You're behind the wheel.
Nu ska han komma. Det kommer. Han fastnar vid gubben.
Not bad for
Vad
your first
fan
time.
som hände?
Thanks, Rusty. But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. We might get along after all.
Tre timmar har jag spelat in. Är du kvar eller? Ja, du tittar.
Now boys.
För mig är det 3 timmar jag har spelat in.
I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy has been completed. I have two of my finest investigators
3 timmar och 2 minuter och några sekunder.
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry and of Elizabeth Short for that
So you don't believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Jag har spelat längst 3,5 minut, 3,5 timme. Det längsta. Ja, kanske lite över 3 timmar var det väl. Det är nog rekordet jag tar ut.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Alltså,
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Detective, I was first on scene.
Is somebody going to tell us what the hell is going on?
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. Family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
All these cars. It's got to be something big, right?
Olive oil comes. Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
Skit ner där, tänkte jag gubben.
Here she is.
Okay, tack.
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story. Similar remote.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we've got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation is the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
You mind if I examine the body?
Be my guest.
Look at your markers. Very
distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
What's this mark? Cut on finger.
Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first. but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Well, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
Detective, RNI says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Just grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. Could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Never the same, are they?
What the hell is going on?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
There still might be some play in the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If he doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? All around about my third divorce, I realized angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Plus Cream. It is your skin, but better. A foundation that is easy to use for a natural look with buildable coverage. Moisturizing day cream, SPF 50 physical protection, and full coverage foundation. CC Plus Cream. Only in Kicks.
Taste your curiosity. Taste Schweppes.
Vem ropar på hjälp? Du är förkyld och jag är här för att lindra din nästäppa. Otrivin börjar verka inom några minuter och effekten varar upp till 10 timmar. Då kan du sova gott genom hela natten.